Now, before we confirm the order, I'll go through some of the outputs that we have, some of the output options. You have an option here that says output uncropped image file. And what happened, let me click on that. So by clicking on that, that's going to go into our high-res image folder, select all of the used images in the album and put them together on our desktops. And here you go, uncropped image files. And this is a list of all the images that we have used in the album. So if I have a retoucher, I can send those images to a retoucher. If I'm retouching myself, I don't have to go and find these images wherever they're stored. TDA finds them for me and puts them on the desktop. You'll notice that this is the full crop of the image, not the full image size. However, you can do another output which gives you the cropped. So output cropped image files. Let's click on this. What this will do is we'll actually crop the images the way they are used in the album. So when you're retouching, if you're doing some vignetting or dodge and burning, you don't have to do the entire image if you only use a small part of the image. So this is for a little bit more accurate work. Some clients really like to work with the uncropped image files, and some like to work with the cropped image files. So it's a 50-50. You choose the output that you like the most. Let's go back to the desktop. Same folder. So everything that we output now is always in the same folder on the desktop. So this is the component, which are the cropped image files. Okay, you'll notice on page 1 we've used this image, and this is the specific crop for that image. On page 2 we use these 3 images, and it's actually showing us how they crop differently. See how tight this one is, and so forth. So if we compare this back to uncropped, you'll notice it's showing everything as full. Even this image, it's full. It's not cropping where we actually cropped it. Now this will go through and will build every page for you with those cropping on that specific page. And you'll notice that on this instance it says page 2, image number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this way you can select all 6 images. You know that they're all on page 2 and open them in Photoshop for work. So this way you can color retouch them and make sure they're all very similar. Okay, and these are the 2, they even get converted to black and white, because in TDA, if you notice, if we go to the last page of the album, we have converted these to black and white, so the output is already in black and white. Now, if you want, those 2 outputs are ready now to do the final build. If you go and do final album build, TDA will build those pages ready for printing. Now, if you want us to do the printing, you don't have to worry about the first 2 or this output. All you have to do is output cropped image for P&A. So let's do that now. That's the only output you need to do. That will crop all the images, put them on your desktop in a folder called P&A components. Here we got P&A components. Now these images will eventually get uploaded to us once you say confirm order. So these are the images that you will need to retouch prior to ordering if we're doing the print and assembly for you. So while this is running, we'll go back to TDA and then go back to order album, and then all you have to do is confirm order. These are the boxes that you're telling us what you want us to print. In this instance, I've selected everything. However, you can untick this and you can select individual things. So you can say, I just want Albums Australia to print the cover for me. So everything else you can print and assemble yourself, and we will just print the cover images for you. Or sometimes you say, I want Albums Australia to print the panorama pages and the covers, but I'll do the rest of the slip-in album. So you've got options to select whatever you do want us or you don't want us to print. Or you can just tick everything and we'll go ahead and just print and assemble the entire album. Now once you've done with all this, you've got your slideshow, and to do a slideshow you come back to Album Slideshow. Up here you've got play ready to go. You can also settings. With settings you can change the amount of seconds you want the image to appear. So you can go as little as half a second, Or for an album design, it's good to do about 6 to 8 seconds just to have it nice and slow so the couple can enjoy the images. We'll just do this 1.5 just to be quick. You can also click on this music symbol and add a song. You can add anything from your music library. So if you go library, you got some music, just select something and it shows you that music is added. Okay. Now all you have to do is press Okay, so that's as quick as it is to make a slideshow straight away and show it to your client. If you want to export or output those slideshow, you go to Control Panel, you go Export Slideshow, and you've got a few options here. Export for Dvd Webpages. This will build all your pages for you, and then you have to bring them into a software like iDVD or DVD Maker or something, and make DVD out of it. And this DVD can be played in a normal DVD player or on a computer. Export Secure Slideshow will build everything you need to burn onto a CD-ROM and then you give to your client, and that can only be played through a PC though. It cannot be played on a normal DVD player. The Unsecure Slideshow is smaller in size than the Secure, but this will include low-res version of all the JPEG. So if you don't want your clients to have access to those JPEG, it's best to do a Secure Slideshow.